have to predict this influencer's baby name because she is actually the personification of Kirsten, the American Girl doll, changes for Kirsten, subtitle A Winter Story, book 6. Scandinavian ancestry living in Minnesota. Scandinavian ancestry living in Minnesota. Homesteader by circumstance. Homesteader by choice. I mean, look at this. Jana's home here is literally this. Jana says her ideal dream is to give birth in front of the Christmas tree in the upcoming weeks, and no, that's not a hyperbole. One of her prior births was a forest birth, outside in the woods. Kirsten's father had to leave all winter long to work in a logging camp while mother cared for all 4 children alone. Jana has 4 children, and it is winter, and everyone does the logging. Her content is wild homemaking, teetering on the cusp of Christian tradwife. I think if Kirsten Larson could scroll this feed, she would feel really at home. Also exclaim, what the hell, has society really made this little progress in 170 years? Then we'd have to explain, no, actually the jumping in frozen lakes is a choice. It would be a whole thing. I love thinking about what baby name will soon join the pseudo-Larson family because they've got Luella Bean, Manu Wilder, Juniper Isley, and Solveig Heartstrong. And with the Christmas tree ideal birth, I would love for the name to be some obscure nod to the holidays. Partridge in a Pear Tree, Partridge Family Christmas Album, and local to both Jana and Kirsten is Partridge, Minnesota, formerly the site of a short-lived mayor's dream of Icetown. Or from this classic, Schroeder. Or there's a Bavarian male name from history that has been slept on for way too long, Rudolph. Historically, it was the full name that could lead to the nickname Rudy or Ralphie. To Ralph Waldo Emerson, because all of these words tell me you know that guy. So add Waldo, which is also kind of a shout out to Waldorf, which again, or Wolfgang. I think there's one right there. I look at ideas from Kirsten's own family and friends. Most of them feel too normal. I think I'd add Larson itself, as well as Anders and Inger. Now, staying true to myself, I am adding Gertrude. I just really want someone to use it, even if it sounds better suited for a gnome. John is probably my only chance to find someone who might choose it because it sounds suited for a gnome. The thing I noticed about the 4 daughters' names is that they all start out feeling familiar, normal, and then that second syllable comes in. It's like, what is that? So if there was a name like Margot, I think Jana would actually choose Margit or Magda or Magtald. Lisbeth instead of Elizabeth. Floris instead of Flora. Rather than Heidi, it's Hedda or Hedvig. Alva, Alba, Alma. Tilda, Treva, Tufi. Those last ones are actually just characters created by Jan Brett, another Scandinavian wintertime story icon. I would love to see it be one of these, but I'm also crossing my fingers for one of my predictions from last time, especially Moonbeam.